Okay, YouTubers, here we go again. Hope y'all been doing fine, all that stuff. Well, I've been in a slump of making videos. But anyway, as you can see, I'm showing you the 806 here, my biggest toy. One of my favorite toys to play with. And we're going to do a series of repair video on it. What we're going to end up doing is, as you've seen from the last video, I had a new used front end for parts that I'd picked up just for this purpose, because I want to get rid of this old Farmall repair here and replace the initial thought was replace the axle assembly, just the axle itself. Well, I've changed my mind. I'm going to try and see if I can, and I know it's going to be a pain in the butt, but see if I can just replace this whole tube and knee and the axle assembly all together. I've got another hub I'll put on there also. So bear with me. Come along for the adventure if you want. And we're going to get started on cleaning up the front end I got and see what I got. But in the end it'll be take all these weights off the tractor, which I don't really need anyway, but I like them on there. Oop, dang cat. And then we'll go from there, but hang on there. Yeah, that's one of our rodent patrollers. That's for the animal lovers. Alright, here's our project. What the goal is first is to clean this spindle up and see if it is a worthwhile usable spindle or not. To do that, we're going to use the wire wheel on pneumatic tool, die grinder, screwdriver, gloves, safety glasses, keep the needle wires from flying in the eye, and an actual worthwhile use for, of all things, a mask. Because I don't want to inhale all this dust and dirt and crap. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So just bear with me while I try to do this, and I'll show you what I got. But then in the end, whoop, the whole idea is to pull this pin out, take this assembly off, just take this whole thing, tube and all, and take it out of the main tube of the tube axle part. And what I may have to do that is, I've seen guys have to take torches and heat this. They've soaked it. It's been a real pain in the butt. Probably soak it with some penetrating oil. And I've got a porta power that I can stretch between the axles, or maybe from here over to here, to maybe push this out. We'll see what happens. So I'll try to show you aftermaths as we go. So anyway, hang in there, I'll show you something eventually. Okay, YouTubers, here we are going along with the front end, cleaning up the crap off of it. And I think it's going to be alright. Yeah, there's a little bit of pitting where the bearing is going to run, but I think the cleanup will be alright. I'm going to have to get a bolt or a nut and chase the threads on this a little bit, but overall I think I'm going to be alright. Now, that being said, I want to put a word of advice out to those of you who have the bright idea, I'm going to part out tractors. And I'm sure some of the bigger outfits, huge outfits that do this same mistake. Guys, don't leave your stuff set in the dirt. You know, because guys like me are going to pay you a premium dollar for that used part, no matter what you think. But please, don't let your front, like this instance here, don't let the front end sink your spindles that deep into the dirt and mud and all that. You know, it's Just me venting a little bit as I clean this stuff up, see what I've gotten. Like I said, I think this will be all right. A little bit of pitting and stuff, but I think it'll clean up okay. It'll hold the bearings okay. I think those threads will hold that okay, and go from there. But just a ventable moment and a progress moment, and we'll go from there. Killed another minute and a half, almost 2 minutes. Pissed, whining, complaining, moaning, what? Yep, all that. Anyway, hang in there. We'll show you some more in a minute or so. Yep, YouTubers. I even got a hub for this assembly. So look at this thing here apart. It's even got a hubcap on it. Cool. But yeah, it's one that the spindle broke off on for somebody, and I bought a pair. But got to knock the outer races out of this hub and get new wheel bearings for it after all this all cleaned up and everything, and then we'll go from there. So hang in, I'll show you another clip in a little bit. Okay, YouTubers, here we go. Kind of a wrap up of today's activities. I'll see how much I got here, and I may add more to it. I'll probably add more to it. But anyway, as you can tell, yeah, I've wrapped this up in a rag soaked in WD-40. Just keep kind of the dirt off of it after I cleaned it up. Yeah, it's still pitted and all that, but it should be okay. And of course, I took the one this deal here off. It goes on here. I just knocked it off, and before I get in and clean it better, bend it right. But still gotta get this hub cap off of it, get the races out of it and all that stuff. But the main concern was right now just seeing if I could get all this off of here and get it ready to where I can try and use my porta power, and I'll show you that tool later, and try to get this shoved off of this, out of this tube here. I just hope that once I do that with this one on my tractor itself, goes out real easy. The only other problem I got right now is getting the tie rod off of here. I don't have the tuning fork, as some call it, tool. Just shove in there and pop the rod loose. I was trying to hammer on it and put the castle nut on backwards so it wouldn't mess the castles up and, you know, mess threads up. Try to save that. Hell, I might need that one of these days. But anyway, that didn't want to come apart very well, so I had enough cleaning, beating, and banging around, and nose full of crap. I actually had to break out the handy dandy, yep, train goes nearby. Break out the handy dandy blue tip wrench, and the initial thought was just heat the nut up on the bolt. Well, didn't quite work out like I hoped it would. They got to where I couldn't, the one bolt was messed up on the threads and all that. In the end, I just ended up cutting the nut off of them. And just cutting the nut. Wasn't pretty. I hadn't worked with a torch for a while, so, you know. But in the end, I got that apart. So there's, you know, 3 minutes of my day, and my day went. So on that note, I'll stop this section and see where we're at, and then we'll add more to it later, because my goal is to get the front end, get this out of this tube, and then get it off the tractor and swap them around and get it up, go. All right, talk to you in a few. Okay, YouTubers, here's another segment to the video for you. This is my Central Hydraulics portable puller. It's a 10-ton unit. Unfortunately, it's made in Japan. or not Japan, China. There. China, not Japan. What the hell's I thinking? Okay, anyway. Here we go. Let's see. I haven't had to use this for a while, so this could be a rude awakening to see what's in the box here. There we go. Everything you ever need. You got your hydraulic unit here. We always call it port of power on the one. So we had one of these where I used to work at. Push a lot of shafts, 40 and 50 millimeter shafts through bearings and cam followers and cam arms, using this type unit with this. This pump and this ram unit here, I think these are more popular in the body work industry, but various tools to put it all together and make it do neat things. Do what you want to do. That being said, I just watched a video this week. Story moment. Oh, long whip for a chubby guy. Alright. Wow. Anyway, I just watched a video this week of a fellow YouTuber, our old buddy Ed Goslin over at Goslin Farms, Ed Goslin. And he's trying to push sleeves out of the block on his 4010 John Deere. And you know, I see him using a piece of wood and floor jack, which theoretically should have worked really good. I've done the same silly stuff here. We have a homemade sleeve puller for the 806 because we changed sleeves in it. No, it's been several years ago. The tractor hadn't had any heavy use since, but we changed sleeves out of it, and we was having trouble getting a sleeve puller to pull them. There's another homemade jobby, just like Ed's, farmer engineered. But had a plate that would go up to the bottom of the sleeve. I actually put this under the tractor. Took the ram section, some sections there, this foot piece right here, where my foot is, put that on the floor, and I believe I put that piece on the end of the tool, the tubing, and started trying to push the sleeve up out of the tractor block, and I was off just a hair and I caught part of the block when I was pushing up. This is stout enough, it picked that 806 up. Actually had to frame up off the ground just like Ed's floor jack did on his 4010. But anyway, I'm going to try to rig this up in between the knees, as the book from Case IH calls it, knee. Try to set up in here to where I can push the knee out of the axle tube and see what we can come up with. I still ain't this here apart yet. You know, first I just want to see if I can get the tube to knee out of the tube a little bit, just to get it to move. Could be a bad thing, I don't know. But anyway, shoot, I just killed 4 minutes trying to show you a tool. Alright, hang in there, I'll show you something here in a little bit. And there you go, YouTubers, there's an idea what I'm going to try to do. I've, you know, the pump parts good for up to 10 ton just with the ram. And then there's up to 60 inches of total length. Get all the sections put together you see in the container. Then it drops down about 50%, so it becomes about a 5-ton capability. And all that. And then the hydraulic spreader has a half-ton capability and all that crap. But as you can see, oh yeah, got pressure on it. Yeah, and I put this on here first just to so I kind of hold that level. And as you can see, I've got this foot hooked right here. Got this piece. It's got a little bit of a, there you go, deal to help catch that on there. So that's our next step. So hang in there. I'll show you something here in a little bit. Well, YouTubers, it's yet another day. And still messing with this front end. Trying to get this axle and knee assembly out of the main axle tube. Front axle tube here. Yeah, 10-ton porta power deal. Left the porta power ram and this assembly here hooked here, pushing on the knee assembly, and soaked penetrant along here to let it seep into it and let it sit like that overnight. Well, with pressure on it, it didn't accomplish what I wanted. So I'm just going to take my time and just leave the ram off of it for this rest of the evening, and just let some more penetrant soak in along there. Because unfortunately, as several of you know and have found over time, that knee assembly and the axle spindle assembly in the main axle tube, she'll seize up tighter than a nun's knees from time to time. So no hurry, hell, it ain't like I gotta go to the show tomorrow. And there's another one of the members, for you animal lovers, another member of the rodent patrol. There she is, the member of rodent patrol, for you animal lovers. That being said, I think I'm just going to wrap this video up. We'll just make this a series of attempts to get this apart and have you something put together anyway for this week for a change, and we'll go from there. So on that sad note of slight defeat for the day, as always, hey, thanks for watching. Truly appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe. You know the deal. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to it. If not, well, you know, yep. And I will catch you on the next one. So y'all, all you folks, be safe. Take care out there, and hope you have a safe Memorial holiday. And take a moment. Take a moment and remember. Take care, y'all.